Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the show. I want to apologize for what you're about to hear. We tried to get everybody in the league together for our rookie draft. We tried to get them on the podcast all at once. It didn't work. I would say it was a pretty large failure. People didn't show up. People showed up 15, 20 minutes late. Zencaster, shout out Zencaster, terrible podcasting platform, kept breaking on us mid-podcast. We got dogs barking in the background. We got people eating with chips and sandwiches. We got arguing. We got people you can't hear. We got everything you don't want in a podcast is in this podcast episode. So maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. Who knows? But all I can say is enjoy the show.
The Ivy League Extraordinary Gentlemen. The League of Ivy Extraordinary Gentlemen. You're listening to what we say. We said we had to say. The Ivy League Extraordinary Gentlemen. The League of Ivy Extraordinary Gentlemen. You're listening to what we say. We said we had to say.
You should have texted Charlie. Why don't you text Charlie and say, drink one more beer?
You know, I was thinking about that, but then when I did the math, I was like, there's no way he's going to drink. I was like, there's no way he went for a 10-mile run, and there's no way he's going to drink 30-something beers. So I was
big
just
math guy counted.
And I remember I asked him a few times in the group chat, and he never responded. So I was just like, oh, this guy's dead. He's not doing anything.
That big boy bark.
Not, Scotty. That is not good for the podcast.
That's not how you podcast.
Can I see the golden retriever?
Actually, this podcast is like all about that. Just like
use your back.
burps,
Use your
farts,
back strength.
burps, fart.
Who's a good boy?
a good boy.
Tell him to say something.
Imagine he goes, fuck the Knicks.
Say Tony Spumoni.
Oh my God.
Good looking pups.
That dog looks like a Cavs fan. If I had
Tony Spumoni was Prescott's dog's first words.
Tony Spumoni.
You know, my first word was taxi. So New York.
No.
I swear.
That's a lie.
Just like that too.
My mom reminded me. She said I walked out on the street and I whistled and I said taxi.
No.
No, I did say taxi though. That was my first word.
I love the idea of you yelling taxi and hailing one as like a small child.
Oh, Gus, right on time. Thanks for being on time, man. You're going to make this edit.
Yeah, can we have like one fucking meeting as a league where like there's always a link sent out far in advance, and then like 2 minutes before the meeting, someone's like, oh, actually, we're not on that link that like we've scheduled this meeting for months and you've been expecting. Like, check your email for Kyle to send like a pornography link, 2 girls, 1 cup.
Zencaster.
Yeah, Kyle be doing
I don't know,
that.
man. The league works, so I don't want to change it too much.
Yeah, everything's perfect.
It needs chaos.
Speaking of chaos, I just got Schwer's very detailed notes about his gripe. The note file is gripe on Spring Challenge.
It's the most ill-informed thing I've ever read. It's just like, most of it's not even true. He still thinks that I beat Caldwell. He just didn't pay attention enough.
Okay, yeah. I'm just excited to read the notes verbatim.
Yeah, you should. Let's get it going. Why not?
All right, let's get it going, boys.
So I think we can spend the first 30 minutes here or so listening to Gideon and also talking about whatever you guys want to talk about, whether it be fantasy football, it can be the Spring Challenge. Magnus, I know you have some complaints about the math that we do and all that sort of thing. So whatever you guys want to do, what should we talk about?
Is Scotty still peeing blood?
I'm back.
You're back.
So
From the Spring Challenge?
symptoms subsided sometime yesterday. Basically, yeah. So I finished my run on Saturday, and I was like, "Woo! I gotta pee." So I headed into the bathroom. I had been like holding it, I get in there, and I just started peeing, and it was like bright red. I don't know if you saw the pictures, but it was really scary. I've never seen anything
We saw.
like that. And so then I was looking it up. Apparently, it happens to super athletes. So, it happens.
Don't worry, it means you're sick. It means you're super fit and awesome.
Yeah, it happens to world record marathoners, as well as superior athletes like myself. So, basically, just emptying that blood out of the bladder for another 2 days after that, and then good to go.
So let me ask you this:
is it just you dilute with Keystone, or what's the?
Yeah.
Well, that was actually why I asked the group. I was wondering how many Keystones are typically prescribed for this kind of thing, but I didn't get anything back.
Charlie. Wait, so Prescott, why was your next move to stop drinking? That's what I'm confused by. You should have just drank more.
I should have.
I should have. Dying.
I was I was a little worried about myself. I should have been more worried about Team Gideon. So
yeah, that's okay, man. You put your body on the line.
It's all right. You didn't even get last.
I thought we were last.
I did get last.
Wait, you're the last pick?
Yeah.
Well, for some reason.
Yeah, you're.
I don't even look that far down.
I'm 11th and he's 12th. We're last place in the spring challenge.
Yeah.
I just dragged Gideon all the way down the list. He was doing pretty well. And then I just pulled him all the way, took him out to deep water, and just panicked together with him.
Hey, that's okay, man.
Charlie, tell us about your little journey. We're all so curious.
Mr. 37.
No, 30. No, it wasn't that many. It was 30. I think 36.
Wow.
I can't remember. It was something. The hardest part, I went for a 7-mile run on the beach barefoot, and my calves to this day are still
That's like the dumbest way to get miles ever. You ran in the sand on the beach, and you're like, "This is going to get me points."
I didn't have much to work with here, so that's hence why all the beer drinking. But that was definitely the way to do it. Was like split the beer drinking between 2 days. Like start at 5. Shit. And then drink more beer the next day.
He's clearly doing something right. 36. That's a record.
I mean, I think I agree, there, especially to see how the numbers that Schwer and Dave put up. Which, again, I feel like Schwer maxed out his points. I don't see him beating that.
I think it's a trade-off because, you can drink a shitload of beers over the course of 2 days, but you definitely can't exercise as much. And the exercise, running is the next most efficient way to gain points. And if you think about what it's going to do what beer drinking is going to do to your body, it's probably the most efficient way to gain points.
I know. I think the blades, though, I'm buying blades for next year.
I agree.
That's a sneaky way to get points.
Or Magnus, you just pull up the roller skis, get those blades rolling fast.
Ooh.
Yeah. My classic boards are quick, I'll tell you that much.
Just Magnus, go find a big ass hill.
Drive those things up to the top of Mount Baker, just ride them all the way back.
I will be the first death in the league if I try to roller ski down Mount Baker.
Yeah.
So, Chuck, I got to ask Chuck something. I feel like I was kind of a dick on the last podcast, but at the same time, I feel like my prediction was kind of right.
I can't remember what did you say exactly?
I basically was like, he's a very strong short distance athlete, but he is not an endurance athlete. And I was getting a lot of gripe on that. I was getting a lot of gripe.
If I had a bike or it's not, I could have biked forever. I don't have a bike.
Says you.
It's not hard to bike fucking 20 miles, get 4 points there, or 5 points, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sure biked like 8 miles.
4 beers.
Yeah, and I think rollerblading is just fucking stupid too. I think honestly it should just be running and beer drinking that count. I think all other stuff is just idiotic.
Rollerblading definitely is just a card we gave to Schwer to shut him up.
Yeah,
it actually was last year because he wouldn't do it. Remember, he's like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. So
he still has a lot of gripe. Do you want to read it out, Sky?
Yeah, I can read it. I think that's a good segue. All right, I'm just going to read it verbatim with a monotone. All right, spring challenge gripe. Time clock. Can we trust it? Hashtag transparency.
Dave, well, I mean,
hashtag Schwave.
Gideon did actually try to like say he was within the time when like his Strava clearly ended like an hour and a half after. He's like, no, I started at 10:30, and it's like your Strava finished at.
He's
noon,
like the bridge was closed, so I had to ride a bus, which he also recorded.
Which is also
that was last place. We scratching on for points, you know.
This is the guy that's keeping track of everybody else's points.
Yeah.
Shut up, Dave.
All right. Then going back to this, need more definition. I do not like the greasy dark mode move by some of the teams. Establish when you are competing. Compete. Enter your data. That's bullet point 1. Do we want to elaborate on that? Because technically he's talking to us, Durs.
I don't care.
Nope. Okay.
I don't think it's a problem.
But like, I guess my one counterpoint is like, if we're gonna keep doing this over a 2-week period every year, we already talked about it in the chat, and someone had a good suggestion.
I don't think we should. Yeah.
But like, if it's gonna continue to be a 2-week period, then no, you shouldn't have to put your numbers in right when you do it, because for people that do it earlier in the challenge, it's a massive competitive advantage for the people who do it later. So I don't think it's that greasy. I just think it's like we had to do it because otherwise Matt would have known exactly what we did and he would have just beat us.
Yeah, so the one thing though,
I still was one beer off.
I'd like to see a little more effort though. Like iMovie is so easy to use. Like I don't want 30 items dropped in the chat like out of nowhere. Like spend 10 minutes, put a soundtrack on it, like just beer 1, beer 2, you know, like that's so easy. And I'd love to see that effort from anyone who's going dark mode next year. When you do drop your content, like think about the rest of us.
I will.
That's a weird gripe, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I will say I didn't think any of it was going to go through because we were in like the mountains in Arizona. So I'm just glad it went through because we kept checking. What is that, Durs? All right. Next bullet point. Data entry. All data should be sent to the commish within an hour after the 24-hour clock expires. Commish will collect all the numbers released once last computing is over.
I don't get it too long. I don't know.
I think he's essentially
like a sealed envelope that you put your numbers in.
I agree with that.
So I have to overnight my data to Skylar in Vermont every year.
You just get a pigeon carrier, and let it fly to my house. We'll drop it in the backyard. Mason will take it with his mouth and drop it into a bucket that's on the
Yeah, sure. Good idea, buddy.
So far, I think all of Shore's ideas are terrible.
Yeah, that one's tough. I don't love that one either. Okay, next one. Beers versus liquor versus seltzer versus tweez. Beer is beer. King kind of it this doesn't even make sense. Kind of is intolerant to other beverages. Let's be inclusive. Oh, that's what he's going for. It should be alcohol is alcohol. Are we a Mickey Mouse league? Heineken Light, 3.3%. We'd rather see people drink those. I thought the challenge was physical versus drunk. I get his points. He could have came across a little bit more educated, but I think I'm opening it up to all beverages. I've said this from the start. I don't think,
but I just think it's easier to do everything. Like beer's hard because you get bloated and like.
I agree. I'm saying from the start of next year, I think any beverage over ABV of, well, that's another thing. ABV
so here's the thing.
Conversation, in my opinion. I think, and I drank the least ABV drink.
Minimum ABV. We should have that. Like
Heineken Lights are 3.3 easy to drink. Also,
yeah. I had some Rattlers in my fridge, and I didn't drink those.
I think Michelob is 4. All the light beers are 4.
Yeah.
Well, so this
standard light beer is 4% at its lowest. Some of them are like 4.5. But like if you get like extra light, like Heineken Light, Heineken is a light beer. Heineken Light is lighter.
This is an extra
Heineken
light,
Zeros.
This is extra light beer.
No, Heineken Zero is non-alcoholic.
They do make those.
For reference, this has 64 calories and 2.8% alcohol. We did research before, and then we found this is the literally lightest beer on the market. outside of Budweiser Select 55, which I think is discontinued because I think only alcoholics are drinking it.
Yeah, we should
So,
DQ this.
I think this should be DQ'd. It is unbelievably light. I'm going to actually just show you guys how
Slam it.
Chug it. Pussy.
No, I'll still chug it. I just want to show you how light it looks. I mean, maybe it looks just like a normal
Looks like beer to me.
It looks like beer.
It does look like beer. It does, Chuck, huh?
Like beer.
Look at that. It looks like it's pretty nice.
Show us how quickly it goes down.
I got to get all that foam off the top. Okay, back to but again, I think we should have an ABV. If not, the other part of it, I agree. It does it's bloating. You can only get through so many. Okay, not next one. There's 2 more points.
Well, but
not
ABV, but then also it has to come in a can, whatever. Like, I don't think we should open it up to like a drink is a drink, right?
I agree.
Like, people will die if we're doing shots or like.
I agree. I don't think we should do cocktails. I think it should be
I also
non-hard alcohol.
I don't want Hartis to count just to piss Schwer off.
What about?
He's the only one trying to drink those, I feel like. So
I like that plan. What about within your 24 hours, you pick a power hour, and drinks are double.
I love that.
Wow,
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Jeff, that is awesome. That's the best idea I've heard.
Background guying until he comes in with that little hot take, huh?
Oh,
no,
Kyle.
Oh,
no.
Oh no! Professional podcaster.
He's got that landline.
You just frozen right in the middle of making a really bad point.
Scott, finish the rest of them. I have to leave here.
Okay. Yeah, hold on. I want to show you. That's what we're looking at right there. It's a nice beer.
Golden milk.
Okay, actually, one other point that I had was if we bring in wine into the game, I think if there should be like some adjusted point, and it's only if you finish a whole bottle of wine. It's like, I don't know what that point total should be. Maybe it's like.
All right, nice, good start to the podcast. This is the part where Zencaster completely broke, and we were left stranded with half the room in, half the room out, no more recording. So we come back here in a few minutes once we figured it all out, but a lot of that got cut off. I think Skylar might come back in here in a few minutes and finish off Schwer's stupid notes. So I figured I would just fill this little transition here. So back to the show.
This isn't feeling very zen.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that.
Kids, did you get through?
Get your fucking chip bag out of the mic.
Kids, did you get through the sandwich? Did you finish the whole sandwich? Did you finish your meal goods?
He ate the whole thing. I didn't think there was any chance of that.
It's pretty impressive.
Now he's crumpling his chip bag right into my multi-million-dollar podcast.
Now he's happy.
Now he's happy.
You got to feed the big bird.
All right. Are we gonna wait for Charlie? What were you guys in the middle of there? Should we just get into the draft picks here?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I get through the gripe. I only had one last point. It was Kyle beating Caldwell by 0.1 on a mere coincidence. It was very cool. Who would have thought? That's
Is that a gripe or? That's...
I wish he was here for me to just like.
That didn't stand. So.
General comment. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Makes you think.
The content of Kyle finding out he didn't win was pretty electric.
That was pretty good.
I think I was blackout drunk when I was doing that.
Then on a point correction that didn't go your way for once. It's kind of nice.
Giveth and taketh.
Yeah. The interns.
Should we get into the picks?
Is anybody else coming?
No, everybody else is texting in. I guess
Caldwell said he was going to try to join.
Yeah, did you send him the correct link to Caldwell?
No, Caldwell.
Can you let me in?
Caldwell told me that he was traveling.
I actually traded my pick with Caldwell.
He literally just texted, "Can you let me in?" So
yeah, let him in. Let the boy in, Kyle.
You didn't
send it to everyone.
You didn't send it to your champion.
I didn't send it to the people
the guy who had the best score on the athletic component of the spring challenge.
The guy who won the spring challenge?
Who's just beating you over and over again? You didn't send it to him?
Man.
I don't know if I can.
It looks like you did.
Caldwell just comes on with Grant White with him.
From Japan.
I didn't send him the link. I don't know who did.
I think I did. I think it worked. All right. Do we want to get to the picks, Kyle? Should I get the first one on the board here?
Let's do it. Get your mock drafts up there, fellas. Let's get your minds ready to go. Draft somebody that is actually going to be in the draft this year. Unlike what I did last year, I drafted a guy who was still in college. I hate that shit.
Do you get him? Because I think he's eligible in this.
Is he even good?
Who it was?
I'm pretty sure it was Zach Charbonnet.
I think it was Anthony Richardson. Yeah. Why is Anthony Richardson?
That's pretty crazy.
Unbelievable. I can't believe I have Anthony Richardson now.
All right. So how this will go, boys, is I'll be like in the NFL draft. I'll be the commissioner. You'll text me your pick. You can message me. You can Slack me it. You can Instagram me it, whatever you want. But once you're on the board, you'll have 1 minute. You'll have 60 seconds. During that time, you have to send me your pick, and then I will announce the pick. Okay? Trading is definitely allowed, obviously, as well as once the pick is selected and I announce it, Kyle will then go over the bio of the player. Okay? Makes sense? Great. David is on the board. I repeat, David is on the board with the first overall rookie draft pick. Bum, 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 bum. And we have a trade. It looks like there is a trade, folks, coming from Adam Scheffner here. The trade is reported to, and I repeat, the trade is reported to, Dave gets from Kyle 4th round rookie pick, 4th round draft pick. Kyle is allocated from Dave 1st overall rookie pick and the 11th round draft pick. Kyle is on the board then. And we have the 1st overall pick is in. We have Bijan Robinson, UT running back.
Wow.
Damn, dude, I wanted him.
John,
this is when you give the bio. This is your cue to give the bio.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Bijan Robinson weighing at he weighs 450 pounds.
Bijan Robinson, born January 30th, 2002, an American football running back for the Texas Longhorns. He won the Doak Walker Award and was the unanimous All-American in 2022. In his early years, Robinson was born on January...
All right.
You got the birth date in already.
His early years, he was born. He was born.
And,
that is cool, though. Aquarius, huh? That's cool.
All right, 2nd pick is in. It's also my pick. Oh, wow, it's in to my text DM. And we are going Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama.
Wow.
Durs, this is when you give the bio again.
Bryce.
Early years, Bryce.
Shut up, dude.
Born.
Young was born on July 25th, 2001. Jesus, these guys are young. In Philadelphia.
His favorite color.
During his freshman year at Alabama, Young was the backup to junior quarterback Mac Jones. If that tells you anything about your pick, Skyler, he was the backup to a terrible quarterback throughout the 2020 season. On September 26th, stop, dude. On September 26th, that night, Young went 5 of 8 for passing for 54 yards with two rushing yards on 4 attempts. Those are nice stats.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Good pick, Skyler.
Thanks. Okay, Eric Shore is on the board. He has 60 seconds. Gideon, fill the 60 seconds with an ad read.
Oh. You can't just put me on the spot. You can't just put Tony Spumoni Come on, you can't just pull Tony Spumoni out of your pocket whenever you want. Come on.
Yeah, Tony, you have to. Bio guy failed. You have to.
Can I buy other guys?
Yeah, you buy other guys. Okay. That's great.
All right, we have the the third pick is in. Not what I expected, but pretty cool. Eric has selected Jackson Smith Nijabe. Definitely butchered that name. From Ohio State, wide receiver. Did not see that coming.
Wow.
Wide receiver guy.
Terrible pick. Let me get you a bio here,
Okay.
Tony.
Fourth pick is allocated to Dave. Dave is the fourth pick because he traded away his first pick to Kyle, who selected Bijan Robinson. Dave, you're on the board. 60 seconds. Wow, this is going sideways. Okay.
We're just
ding, 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 ding. We have the pick is in. I repeat, the pick is in. Can these players have easier names to read next year? All right, the fourth pick is in. Running back, Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. Spelled
Jahmyr.
Jahmyr
Gibbs, how you doing? 5'9", 199 pounds. Oh, he's pretty slender. He had the most yards to touch. Okay.
We had, I repeat, we have Matt Flynn is on the board. Matt Flynn is on his way to the Bruins game. We might be waiting. He said, pick the best player available, quarterback or running back. That does not help me here because there's a lot of quarterbacks left.
That's bullshit.
I am going to text him.
Yeah. We can't pick for him. That's absolute trash.
What? I don't know if he even knows other quarterbacks.
It's okay. We can wait because
we can wait. All right, Jeff. What did you think of the spring challenge? Give us your thoughts on the spring challenge.
My thoughts on the spring challenge. I'm just proud of the team. I think we battled hard. Came in a respectable 5th place. Did we win because of a terrible, terrible injury to somebody on another team? Probably. But I'll take it. And yeah, I enjoyed the spring challenge. My favorite part of the spring challenge was the fact that Chuck drank 36 beers when 37 would have won, and 29 fewer would have gotten him the exact same finish.
That's hilarious.
That's my favorite fact of the spring challenge. I think that's. I didn't
think of that.
It's pretty good.
It's an extremely good fun fact.
Dave, what did you think? You had a lot of shit talk this weekend.
I had a great spring challenge. #Schwave, #transparency. I feel like Schwer and I were just out there just blading and biking, just hitting the bike path all weekend. We might have had the most fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
you probably did.
Besides Cobb, who literally did a border crossing, which was pretty epic. But
that was cool.
I had a good time. Everything ended up working out with Chuck just being too drunk to drink one more beer. Check the stats at all.
Or just like...
Yeah, how'd you feel when
my heart rate was all over the place.
And your immediate response was, fuck you, Kyle.
I love that.
Well, that's because you were talking about how you were literally like on the phone with Chuck, telling him, like pumping him up so he could beat me.
I did not.
It felt like you were behind the scenes pulling the strings.
Dave just has this like idea of me that I'm
so good. So
this
good.
This trade is gonna definitely not work out for me too.
All right, ding ding ding. We have the pick in.
I don't know what else to tell you.
I love you, man.
Pick number 5.
I don't love you that much, to be honest.
Whoa, you said it earlier.
Pick number 5 is in. I repeat, pick number 5 is in. We have quarterback, Florida, Anthony Richardson.
Hey, how you doing? Tony Richardson.
Tony Richardson.
6'4", 244 pounds. How you doing? His QB rating was 89.87. Pro comparisons are Cam Newton. That's a pretty terrible comparison. The guy sucks. So, see what happens.
All right. The 6th pick is going to Charles Timothy DeFeo from South Carolina. We'll see when his pick comes in because I've texted him multiple times, and he has not responded at all. So
he joins the cast, ruins it with his interview, and then doesn't respond to anyone. when it's turn to pick. Classic.
I will say so far though, this is not how I thought it was going to go from picks 3 through 5.
How'd you think it was going to go?
I thought there was going to be. I didn't think Jackson would be pick number 3. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah, luckily he has a bunch of knee problems. He probably won't play ever.
Well, and then the other one is Anthony Richardson. I mean, he might get selected by Seattle and just not play this year.
The Will Levis has like single-handedly like just shaken up the entire world with his fucking bullshit. The
Dude,
banana, the mayo in his coffee, and then leaking that he was going to the Panthers is just insane.
Dude,
now no
he
one
is
knows
crazy. No, everyone's just like confused at this point.
Yeah. I mean, if that was his plan, good for him, I guess. It might just end up that he like gets picked in like the 9th round because of it. Kind of fucking over.
Hello, you're on the board. I sent you the picks. It went Bijan Robinson, Bryce Young, Jackson Smith, Jahmyr Gibbs, Anthony Richardson. We have a line to Chuck.
Best podcast ever.
You guys been hearing about this dog facts thing?
Quentin Johnson. I repeat, Quentin Johnson is off the board. Wide receiver.
Wow.
TCU. Quentin Johnson.
Has no one
Quentin Johnston, 6'3", 208.
Now we allocate to John Austin Caldwell with the 7th pick.
At DCU, bro comparison. Braylon Edwards, who was good for like 2
Austin, are you on this?
I don't know. He just typed in
He said yes. He just texted me yes. He is on.
I don't think he knows how podcasting works.
Podcasts are an audio format, so if you want to speak,
he's using the chat, I think.
He did say OnlyFans. That was his only thing he said.
The question mark.
With the 7th overall pick in the NFL rookie draft, we have quarterback Ohio State CJ Stroud.
That's crazy that he just got that pick.
Now the 8th pick goes to Walker Magnus Bigelow. With I don't know who that is, so I'm going to look him up.
Oh, this is good. I'm excited for him to look this up.
That's why, you do research, boys. Okay. He's still on the clock.
Come on. You can't understand what I'm going for there?
No. My brain is not working fast.
All right.
Oh, that was clever. Gotta look up this person too, though. See, once you're logged into a player, you don't really do any research. I have not looked at any of these other players. All right, we have wide receiver USC Trojans Jordan Addison.
Damn it!
Overall pick.
That was my pick.
Texted him Addison Ray at first, and just zero response.
That's a good one.
That was a good one. All right. Now we allocate to Cobb. Cobb sent me his picks earlier, so this will actually be pretty good. Cobb is the 9th select. I repeat, the pick is in. Yep, the pick is in. This might be Gideon's pick from last year, actually. Zach Charbonnet, UCLA running back. I'm pretty sure that is.
Good pick.
Good pick. Now we have the 10th pick. Jeff Ayers is on the board.
He's texting.
The fingers are moving. I repeat, the fingers are moving.
Nobody can hear us, but our audio's still coming through.
We have the pick is in. I repeat, the pick is in. Wide receiver, Boston College, Zay Flowers.
Boston Scott.
A lot of people had him as the 1 or 2 wide receiver on the board.
Oh,
Now we have Gideon Rosenthal, which I guarantee he can't even see this, so that's helpful. Okay. Oh no, I guess he can hear us. Yeah, we can see and hear you guys. That's so weird. Who is this? That he
fuck off, Dan.
Okay. I have the pick is in. The pick is in. I repeat, the pick is in. We have another Texas running back. Roshan Johnson, running back, UT. His draft portfolio.
That guy's not getting drafted.
Is Johnson isn't overly creative and lacks the juice to hit quick, close NFL holes. Sounds like another good pick by Gideon. All right, and to end the day, we have the 12th pick, Prescott Scotty McLaughlin.
I can't actually see you guys. I'm looking at some data.
Gideon said he's going to shock the world.
By not declaring for the draft and going back to college.
Again, for the second year. He's not going to shock the world. I don't know if he will. I mean, we just got to say it out loud. Will Levis
be picked is what Skylar was just about to say there when he got cut off by our wonderful sponsor, Zencaster. Thank you so much for providing us with excellent podcasting software. All right, and now we'll get back to the show where we talk about the rest of the picks that get picked. All right.
Zencaster just say it uploaded all of my files.
Because you're fucked.
What malware program is
I actually didn't even say the last pick. It was ended right.
We never heard it.
Okay, back to the show. The pick is in.
Am I up?
Will it be Will Levis or will it be somebody else? Oh, hello, Caldwell.
Yeah.
The pick is in. Prescott has picked the last pick of the draft. That means he was the worst in the competition for everyone listening. We have, the first tight end is off the board. We have a tight end off the board. We have Michael Meyer.
You didn't even pick the best guy.
Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer is off the board.
Did no one take Levis?
Levis is still on the board.
Dude, that's crazy.
I wonder if he goes to Carolina, we're going to look real dumb.
Dude, that's going to be crazy if he goes to Carolina.
Wow.
I just there's nothing about anything that's come out about him that makes me feel like he is a stable person.
No. Did you see that video of him throwing it 70 yards from his knees? That was nuts.
You know who else could throw it 70 yards from his knees? Jamarcus Russell.
And Christian Hackenberg. Oh, wow. That's wild. And Austin Caldwell.
Can't believe you guys passed up on Roshan Johnson.
Gid, what's with you and just totally sabotaging your rookie draft every year?
Wow. Oh, you guys just have faith.
Did you look at who the players were?
Yeah. He was the biggest.
No one picked Zach Bonnet either. He's going to be best.
Oh, Zach
That's who you should. If you're going to pick a fucking huge running back, that's who you should pick. He's going to go to the.
Hey, Kyle, not to say you weren't paying attention, but Cobb picked him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Zactar, char, bar, bar.
It's not that I wasn't paying attention. It's that Zencaster kicks me out every 2 seconds for some reason.
That was tough.
Sometimes I get alerts that other people are having problems, and it kicks me out. It's really odd.
Well, the buck stops with you, my man. You're the professional podcaster, you know?
I mean, this podcast episode was pretty much shot from being published from the moment we started it.
You can
well, Dave, you want to watch it tomorrow?
Re-record of it.
Oh, yeah. My guy's probably not going to go first round anymore, but that's cool.
It's okay. You got a 4th round pick. That was wild.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, that was a huge trade for you, Dave. I don't know why Kyle decided to fuck himself, but like, I would have made that trade every day of the week.
Thank you, Magnus.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
No, because Dave spent the last 3 hours of today talking about how much of a dirtbag I am for trying to make him do this trade. And I'm like, dude, it's a good trade for you. What are you talking about? And all he did was go on.
Started out on a 10th rounder.
I literally have a text from him that says, "Feel gross." By the way, that's the last text I got from Dave.
I felt gross.
Yeah, but that could have been.
You know what made me feel gross, Dave, is you trying to get a 3rd rounder. You saying yes to my offer to you twice, saying no, and then trying to get a 3rd rounder
on the can while taking a dump. I'm gonna feel gross after that.
That's so good.
It was a good trade all around.
Everyone knows you have to work through at least 6 maybes with Dave before you get a yes.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
No, I got 2 yeses from Dave.
Part of the deal.
I got 2 yeses from Dave, and then he kept going.
The official yes was the handshake emoji, which you got one of.
I had to write reply handshake yes like 50 times to him, and then he wouldn't answer, and I'd call him. He'd be like, how about a 3rd rounder?
You made it agree to it mid-wipe too, which is, I think,
that's how I knew I knew I could only get him vulnerable if he was taking a shit.
Important question: front to back or back to front?
Okay, and the podcast,
it's over. Podcast is over, is what I was saying right at that point when Jeff was making a really immature joke. So I hope you enjoyed that cast. All the microwaves being punched in, all of the chips and sandwiches being eaten, the dogs barking, all of the terrible podcasting software malfunctions that we had, people being heard, people not being heard, cutting, editing, all the waiting around, the poor planning. I'd say overall, we did a good job. We did what we do. We're great fantasy footballers, and we're even better podcasters. And, I just want to say one other thing. Everybody's picks, not that great. My pick, great. We all know Bijan Robinson. He's going to be a top 5 running back this year, probably going to be selected in the 2nd round in most drafts. Not only am I getting Bijan on my team, but I also have my keeper, Breece Hall. If you remember him from last year, he was a top 5 running back through 8 weeks before he tore his ACL, and he's going to be back healthy this year. So to start, before the draft even starts, I've got Bijan Robinson, a top 5 running back probably, and Breece Hall, definitely top 5 running back coming back from his ACL injury. So I'm the influencer. I'm the podcaster. I get to have the last word. And Dave, you heard it from Tony Spumoni himself. Gibbs, he's too slender. I don't care that Swift left. He's too slender. Okay? So thank you and good night. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thanks for listening to the show.
The Ivy League extraordinary gentlemen. The League of Ivy extraordinary gentlemen. You're listening to what we say. We said we had to say. The Ivy League extraordinary gentlemen. The League of Ivy extraordinary gentlemen. You're listening to what we say. We said we had to say.